So we both went to the same uni, but we're on different years. And then we had a class on the first day of term, and it was like where the year above, which I was in, joined the year below, which Charlotte was in. And I turned up really hungover. To the first day. Just the first day, not the rest of the week. But then I saw Charlotte, and I actually did. Honestly, I said to my mate, I said, "Oh, you see her there? I think I'm going to marry her one day." I actually said that.
They had bright red hair at the time, didn't you?
Yeah. Bright red hair, and then she was wearing this like green Adidas tracksuit, and I was like, "Yeah, that's the last for me."
You swept me off my feet.
Well, I have that effect.
You did. But no, it was literally like I said, charming. It was just like, oh god, cliche, knight in shining armour vibe. But yeah, no. But it was really quick. I remember it being like what the sort of shit, like this is it. So yeah. Because I was definitely, like I said, the guards up kind of thing. Like I've always been a weird sort of person, but I feel like in school that kind of went a little bit, and I tried to just be like this really sort of tough, like strong person, but you definitely brought it down. Just made us feel like I can just be myself, which is so important and not apologise for it.
Yeah.
And it was just really confidence.
Yeah. Yeah.
I was a little worried when Charlotte Conor asked me to speak at their wedding, because, well, how could any poem live up to what you guys have? But I think they kind of managed it with this poem by Greg Marley. Love can be found in the look of an eye, shouted from the rooftops or written in the sky. Today we stand in the light of true love as you begin your life as one. Every step you've taken has led you here today. The hand that guides you has brought your lives together in this way, joining your past for the future to come. Your lives now together as one. If you can't imagine life without them, then you know you've found the one. The shadow at your side supporting you in all that you've done. The hand to hold in darkness and the light to help you see. The one who makes you happier than you thought you could ever be. They're the one if you wouldn't change a thing. If they see your bad as good, the one who understands you like no other person could. You both found the one, and that's obvious to see. They say some things are just meant to be. Robert Burns once said love is a red, red rose, peaceful as in June. May yours be the rose that forever grows and always stays in bloom. I wish you a lifetime of happiness in all your future to come, and give thanks to the day when you both found the one.
Well, good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to Charlton Hall and the marriage of Charlotte and Conor. On behalf of the staff here at Charlton Hall and the Northumberland Registration Service, we hope you all have a lovely day today and take away some very special memories that you're going to be able to share with your bride and groom for many years to come.
Conor, I promise to support you, care for you, and always be there for you. I promise to cherish every moment together and do everything I can to make you smile. I promise I'll always be faithful and true to you and to protect you from harm. I promise I will be with you through the times that are good, the times that are hard, and I'll forever be your creative counterpart. And lastly, I promise to not moan about your important football games, even if that means it's on 7 days a week. I love you unconditionally and wholeheartedly, and I will continue to forever and always.
Charlotte, I promise to always be there for you, care for you, and bring you the love and happiness you deserve. I promise to pick you up when you are down, shine a light when you feel lost, and remind you how special you are in the moments you forget. I promise to be forever faithful, truthful, and honest to you. And I promise no matter how much the world changes, a constant you can always rely on is my love and support. I promise that you will never be alone, because even when I'm away from you, I'll always be there for you.
I, Charlotte Ann Rains, take you, Conor James Lawson, to be my wedded husband. I give you this ring as a symbol of our marriage and as a lasting reminder of the vows we have made this day.
Now, Charlotte and Conor, you have now both made the declarations required by law, and you've made solemn and binding promises to each other. So I ask all your family and friends here today who've witnessed this marriage ceremony to join with me and Irene in wishing you both every success, but most of all happiness in your future life together. And it therefore gives me great pleasure to say you are now united as husband and wife, and you may kiss.
On behalf of the parents of the bride, that's Teresa and myself, and of the groom, Trish and Roy, I'd like to welcome you all and thank you for joining us in this wedding day celebration for Charlotte and Conor. And it's a great pleasure to have so many of Charlotte's and Conor's friends join us for this, well, what promises to be a momentous day. And if some of you manage to pace yourselves, then it might be a memorable one. Yeah, Charlotte. What can I say about Charlotte? Beautiful, charming, vivacious, probably the most positive-minded person I know. But that enthusiasm can spill over into her being impetuous. And in fact, I call her the family Tigger. Because Tiggers love everything. Well, that's until they don't. And it's reassuring that there's one thing in life that Charlotte has gone to the opposite extreme in, and that's in choosing a husband. And I'm sure you'll hear from Conor that it's this week, it's 10 years since their first date, I think. so no sudden decision there. And that's given us a chance, Teresa and I, a chance to get to know Conor well. And we know Conor is a kind, thoughtful fella. In fact, he's a reet grand lad. This toast is to Charlotte and Conor, wishing them all the best for the future, and the toast is, break a leg.
Hello everyone, I think there's only one place to start, and that's by introducing you all to the new Mrs. Lawson. The proposal didn't go as smooth sailing as I'd hoped, actually. No, call me overconfident, but I were pretty sure the yes was in the bag, right? I mean, I've been planning it for 8.5 years, so when it came to the proposal, the answer were actually the least of my worries. But Charlotte proved me wrong because the answer I actually got, before I'd even asked the question, I was just in, the position. It was, what was it? It was piss off, Connor, and then she ran into the bathroom crying. So I'm outside on this balcony, in the middle of the Lake District, freezing my bollocks off, still in the engagement position, by the way. Just waiting there like some proposing sniper, just wondering if she'll ever come out. And eventually you did come out, and you said yes, and I'm glad you did, because honestly, my world's a much happier place with you in it. I've been able to spend my life with you over these past 10 years has given me more than I could ever hoped or wished for. You're the person I laugh with, the person I cry with, you're the person that pushes me creatively, the first person I go to for advice, positivity. If there's one example that kind of encapsulates it all, it's that, we did have a pretty stressful few weeks running up to this wedding. Even with all that amazing support from family and friends, from the start, I just knew everything was going to be all right because I was going through it with you, Char, And it kind of, it made me so buzzing just to be able to spend the rest of my life with you, because I know that no matter what obstacles life puts in front of us, no matter how hard times get, if I've got you in my life, I know that I've always got a reason to smile and I've always got a reason to be happy. And that's what I call success, mate, If you could grab a glass to join me in a toast to Charlotte.
Got ready for dinner, and then was all dolled up, like ready to go down. Already a little bit late. I'm always a little bit late. Connor was like, "Oh, do you want us to get a picture?" And I was like, "Oh, no, it's fine." He said, "No, I'll get you a picture." I was like, "Okay, fine." Went over, stood at the balcony, because there's this really beautiful balcony, and Connor was taking a picture, and he was like, "Oh, do you want to turn around?" And I just went, "So you can get a picture of the back of my head, it's pitch black." And he was just like, that was when he was going to do it. And then so I obviously then walked over to him, took my phone, like walking away, and all the pictures were so blurry, and I was like, "Connor, these photos are shit." Turned around, and he was on one knee, bless him. And it was literally, I dropped my bag. I dropped my bag, covered my mouth, and ran into the toilet and was just in hysterics crying. So here was Connor thinking he messed up the proposal and that I was fuming. So he was on one knee just like, do I get up? Do I stay here? Like, what do I do? And I was obviously in the toilet just like crying. And then eventually he came out and I was like this, and I took my hands down, and obviously he saw that I was like grinning like a Cheshire cat. And then obviously you tried to give us some little speech, but you were crying, weren't you? And it was just, yeah. And then he obviously said, "Will you marry us?" And I was like, "Of course I will, you effing dickhead." And then we were just like, just hugged and cried, and it was lush.
And that's what my plan was like, because the balcony we had, the room I'd paid for, it was like a balcony overlooking Bassenthwaite Lake, and that was my plan, was like, get a picture of Charlotte on the balcony, with the view behind her, which would make sense. And then I was like, oh, let's have one of you looking at the view. But then in Cumbria, in the Lake District at night time, I didn't account that at like 7 o'clock, the view had gone, it was just pitch black.
Literally couldn't even, you could see the pool because it was lit up, but like everything else you just can't see.
So you can't see anything.
No.
So yeah, it was just like, it worked.